Hello, my name is Gary Lamb. I'm the lead pastor at C3 Church, and I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come to our website, secondchancecanton.com, and hear about the awesome opportunity God's given us to make a huge impact here in Canton, Georgia. We started C3 with a direct focus to reach those that nobody else was reaching. When we started this church, it was with a desire to do church for not only those that don't do church, but those that are messy, those that have hurts, habits, hang-ups. We have a philosophy around here: we carry mops. Instead of judging them for their mess, we just grab a mop and do all we can to help them clean up their lives and point them to Jesus. When we started C3 Church, we started with the distinct idea that we wanted to be in downtown Canton. We felt like it was an area that was forgotten about. We felt like it was an area that people drive by every day, and they don't even realize what's happening down here. They don't realize that 100 feet from me are people sleeping in tents. They don't realize that behind me is literally a tent community. The literal poverty that's happening in this area. We get so caught up in our nice homes and our nice subdivisions and our nice suburban lifestyle that we literally pass by this area. This area that at one time was booming. This area that at one time was kind of the heartbeat of Canton. It's now the forgotten part of Canton. And that's what we prayed. We said, God, put us in that place. And before we started the church, we actually found an ideal location that we began to pray over. It was a 35,000 square foot store that had been empty for about 2 years. And we just prayed and prayed and prayed that God would give us that building. And I got a confession to make. Though I prayed over it, I really didn't have the faith to believe that God would give it to us. Even though I prayed over it, I never called and asked the owner if it was available. And I drove by about a month ago and saw that a store had set up shop there. And I immediately realized I had let my congregation down. I had let this city down. We had dropped the ball in doing what God had called us to do. And it was literally, I told God, I said, if it ever becomes available again, I'll call the instant that I see a for lease sign. And it was the very next day that I drove by and realized that the grocery store had sectioned off about 10,000 square feet and had made it available for lease. We immediately called the owners. God began to work things out very quickly, and within an hour, we had a lease for this new facility. God has given us the opportunity to have this facility to do an incredible work here. There's a huge need in Canton for food pantries. There's a huge need here for clothing closets. There's a huge need here for a homeless shelter where actually homeless people can come in and get a warm meal and sleep. And that's our vision in this area, to start those things, to be a church that never sleeps, to do church in a way that might not be the coolest way to do church, but to do church in a way that we believe will actually reach those that need a second chance. See, I can relate to what's going on in this area because 2 years ago I messed up in a royal way that most of you already know. And it's by the grace of God I was given a second chance. And now I've dedicated my life to reaching those that need a second chance. But here's what I need. I need something that I've never had the nerve to do before, and I'm going to ask you to partner with us to make that happen. It's going to take us $35,000 to build out this facility. I mean, we're going bare bones. We're not trying to blow it out and create a nightclub here. We're just trying to create a place where we can have services, and I need your help. Our church at this stage is not, if they're going to contribute, they're going to sacrifice, but in 30 days, I don't know that we have the resources without your help to raise that $35,000. And you have the ability, and here's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for 100 people to step up and make a one-time gift of $250. And I'm asking 4 churches to step up and make a one-time gift of $2,500. Our people are going to sacrifice, and they're going to give. I'm going to sacrifice, and I'm going to give. And I want you to pray about how God would have you to sacrifice and give. There's people watching this video, and God's used me to have an impact in your life. Maybe you're a pastor, and I was there when you were starting your church. We've given resources away. Maybe you're someone that goes to another church, but I was there when your marriage was falling apart, when you were struggling with addiction, and you've got a church now and you're happy, and that's fabulous. But would you pray about making a one-time gift of $250 to help people that are in a situation today that you were in yesterday? I want to ask you to prayerfully consider helping us give Canton, Georgia, the second chance that it needs. Thank you for your time. Thank you for praying about it, and thank you for giving to secondchancecanton.com.